Corner on Galaxy Television. It's a Friday morning, and then this is Women's Corner on Galaxy Television. Yes, like we said yesterday, Blossom is not with us on set today too. She's out there, carrying out official duty, and we know that she's doing so well. Well, anyway, she extends her greetings and her love to you, the viewers. Okay, so you can watch us. You can watch Galaxy TV on these platforms. Start Times 110, digital channel 741 across the states in Nigeria, and free to air UHF 27 via Galaxy TV app and top screening apps, lives on YouTube and Facebook. And on Facebook is Galaxy Television, and on YouTube is Galaxy Television News. I am not doing this alone. I have my pretty co-host seated looking for me to introduce her. She is so pretty this morning, and she's Jane. Jane, how you doing?
Patricia,
good morning, sweetie.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so viewers out there, good morning and welcome to Women's Corner. Here we what viewers we support ourselves, women supporting women. My name is Jane. And before we go for the program for today, we have a commercial. Yes, let's go for commercial. Then we're back in the studio to continue the program. Stay with us.
Yes, stay with us. Just like Jane said, we have a commercial now, so we'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back to Women's Corner. This is Women's Corner on Galaxy Television. Thank God it's Friday, like Jane said. It is Friday, and I'm sure that everybody is preparing to go for one party or the other. And like someone said, why don't we always talk about night vigils? Jane? Night vigils. I mean, we just keep saying thank God it's Friday for parties. What about night vigils?
Friday is for party. You have to go out and catch fun and the vibe now.
Jane. Anyways, let's come back to the show, Jane. We're going to be introducing our guest properly this morning. She is Adedipe Rashidat Rhoda. She is a multi-talented entrepreneur, a trainer, and a tech professional. She is a CEO of Backcom Events Company and Oriada Culture, where she leads a team of 10 and has successfully trained over 100 individuals in both businesses. With a strong background in catering, baking, fashion, design, and Rhoda combines creativity with business acumen to build thriving enterprises. Rhoda is a lot. Jane, Rhoda is a lot. Can we have her on the screen? Is Rhoda ready? Can we have her on the screen? Oh my God, you look so amazing. You are looking, thank God it's Friday. Anyway, it's good to have you on Women's Corner this morning. Thank you for joining us. Your profile says you are everything. You are a strong woman. Anyways, let's go straight to today's business. Tell us your success story. Let's start from there. Could you share with us your success story, where you started from, how you started, and where you are right now and where you think you're going? Because you are everything. That's what this profile says. The studio.
Maybe she should
unmute your mic. Unmute your mic in your telephone. We're not hearing you. If you can hear me. While we're waiting for Rhoda to, put herself together, let's go on a breaker and a tip. What tip are we taking?
Okay, let's go for a tip on how to prevent diabetes. Just have to know how to prevent diabetes and what stay healthy. So let's go for that tip. We'll be back in the studio to continue the program with Rhoda. Stay with us.
Yes, welcome back. I just hope Rhoda has been able to sort herself out. If she has, please, let's have her on the screen. Welcome back, Rhoda. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Welcome back. Like we introduced, Rhoda is a trainer, She's a CEO of that events company, and she's everything. Let's just put it together. She's a caterer, she's a baker, she's a fashion designer. And just before we went on the break, I asked you, tell us a success story.
Thank you. My name is Adedipe. My success story is not that hard and it's not that simple as well. Growing up as a young girl, I love work. I love to work a lot. I grew up from a family of 16 children. That was well to do, is doing well. That too was okay. But anytime we had holidays, I would always go and look for something to do to earn money. For example, I went to start selling sweets. Probably I should be at the same level we start getting now. I love to sell things. I love to work. I'll go to where they are building houses and I'll work for them. They will pay me. I'll help them to carry blocks, carry sand, and all of that. So when I got into the university, I'm trying to be very fast here. When I got into the university, I I didn't just see that to be a student alone. I started working to start making money, selling ribbons and attachments, perfumes among my fellow students. I started selling to them rather. And then when I left the university, the first thing I did was to look for a shop to start a catering business, start selling food. So the success story is not just overnight, something that I kept doing over and again to arrive where I am. But this is not my destination because I'm still going further. Nobody arrived a destination. I call it a success. Success is a continuous something which I believe I'm still going further, more and more. But it has to do with a lot of hard work, focus, anything you may call it, anything positive you may call it. That's what brought me to this level. Thank you.
Me off my feet. I tell you, from the story where you said you were carrying blocks to be paid, you were selling sweets, you swept me off my feet. Trust me, I've heard a lot of success stories how people started, but I've not heard of facts where a woman said, I was carrying block to be paid. My God, I hope these young girls out there are listening to you. But, like I said, let me start with, what did you study in the university?
Can you answer the question again?
What did you study in this university? What was your course?
In the university, I did computer science and mathematics, but I knew that to get a job would be a thing of connection. Actually, I got a job immediately after the university. I got a job in a very company, Okutitu Motors at Uganda. Then the man was at Uganda, so I was their secretary, and until when I had to leave because living in Ijayi, I was living at Ijayi that time, and going to work at Uganda wasn't that convenient. I would have to get to work around 8 a.m. and close 6 p.m. before getting home at night. For a young girl like me, still, I knew it wasn't going to be easy till I resigned from the job. I hope I was it. I hope that answered the question. That I can hear you correctly.
Yeah, because of the computer science that you studied in school. Can you hear me? Okay, I said, is that where the tech thing came in from? Because you're also a tech person, according to your profile. So that's where the tech comes in. Okay, wow, you are a strong woman.
The tech came in 2022 when I stumbled on a lady on Facebook named Digital Witch. I think she lives in Lekki. So I was just going through Facebook that day when I saw her post. Then I stayed on her page. Then I started reading about her. She's into tech. She trained people. So that's very same month I paid my own money. In fact, that was the first time I heard about tech because our own kind of computer science that I studied in school had nothing to do with tech that time, proper tech. It was just a normal computer science course that you go, 2006, 2004. The tech course in course now wasn't as the way it is now. Do you understand? But now everybody is going digital and everything. So when she said she trained people, I paid for the course. That was when I realized that I needed to know more. That even what I studied is far beyond tech. Sorry, far below tech. So from there, I started running courses online, courses online, courses online. So that's why I got at tech today.
If I want to come train, can you train me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, fantastic. Anyway, Jane and I are coming to learn or training on tech from you. You are everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave Jane to ask you some questions because it's open. Jane, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rhoda.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
You are so wonderful. Let me just tell you, truth be told, you are so amazing. Despite coming from the family of 16 and yet she just achieved a lot. That's so wonderful. But I want to ask you something on the fashion part. Okay, so how are you able to adapt with fashion trends? Everyday new styles keep on coming in. How did you manage to adapt with new trends?
Okay.
Social media?
Thank you very much for the question. I've always been a fashionable person. I love fashion a lot. I love to dress. I love to show what I have as in clothing. In fact, I invest more in clothing growing up. Most of those jobs that I did then, living under my parents, I used my money to buy clothes and shoes. I didn't need money for food. My parents are there to feed me. So I invested more in clothing. So growing up, I was like, I need to know this thing. I just want to go into fashion. I love African prints. I love different designs. And in my university day, I was the Miss. I became the Miss of my department. That's Miss As Logos from the beginning. Miss As Logos in OAU 2005. Yes, 2005. And since that time, I thought like I must learn how to make dresses. But I didn't start immediately. So immediately after my university, when I resigned from my first job, like I said earlier, I went to catering, which later failed, the business field. So a friend helped me to get the job at Swiss Sensation Confectionery. I got sorry for mentioning their name. One of the fast food in Nigeria. I got a job there, and many people will call me there like, "What are you doing here? Just go into fashion. Just go into fashion." So I decided to go and learn tailoring. So I learned that, and that's where fashion came up in my life. And then I started making dresses. I wear dresses. People like, "I like your dress." I'm like, I made it by myself. So that's how fashion came to me. And as you can see, here I am. It's one of the offices. Let me just say, it's one of the places that God has blessed me with. So that's how fashion came to me in my life.
At all, I want to take that up.
Why are you speaking before me?
No,
I know. I was just going to say, I think I made your top. Okay, and then Jane was faster than I, so we think we need 2 of your tops, same color, same style, no changing. The changes will be the sizes.
And we're gonna still check our wardrobe for more. We'll check our wardrobe for more.
Anyway, Rhoda, quickly before we go on a breaker, like she said, she wanted to talk about the designing. How do you choose your colors? Do you choose your colors based on someone's color? The person is black or the person is fair. How do you choose your colors and your fabrics? Quickly, let's talk on that before we go on a breaker.
Let me say this. When we're talking about mood here. Everything that involves fashion has to do with your mood. If you're not happy, whatsoever you are putting on, will not bring out the best in you. But when you have a good mood, whatsoever color you are putting on that day will look bright on you. So if you come to us and tell us that you want to go to so place and you need this kind of dress, the first thing I will ask is that, are you happy going to the place? If you say yes, okay, this is the color of your own body. Would you want us to mix this and this to brighten the day? Or if they have the color, they chose the way you are going to, they will make it for you. But if the clothes you want us to make for you has nothing to do with any party or something, you choose your color. And if you don't want, we can blend, we can make anything. But like I said, it has to do with mood. It has to do with your own mood. That is it.
Wear black, and a lot of people have complained about it. I could wear black every other day. Yeah, black is my thing, but a lot of people have complained about it. When we come back from this breaker, you will let us know if wearing black, it's, because people said it has to do with spiritual things and all that. But I don't see that way. I love black. I wear black. We'll go for a break, and when we're back, Rhoda will be telling us if black color is wrong to wear. To Women's Corner on Galaxy Television. We still have our guest on the screen. Can we have the guest on the screen? Rhoda, yes. Rhoda, thank you for still hanging on with us. Rhoda is a multi-talented entrepreneur, a trainer, and a tech professional. Anyways, Rhoda, we were talking on the color black before we went on a breakout. What do you think about black? A lot of people had complained about black because I wear black a lot. It's one color. I have plenty of it in my wardrobe. Okay, so what people had said, it's spiritual to wear black. People say it's the color for mourning and all that. I don't see it that way. But what do you say about it as a fashion designer?
That is very good color. But because we believe in so much superstitious things in Africa, if you wear red, they will complain that wearing red is you're demonic, you have something to do with mommy water, kind of. But the truth of the matter is, if you are a fair person, if you are a bold person, the best color to go for is black. Black brings out the beauty, the strength in you when you wear black. And if you are able to pair it with other colors, not total black, but you are able to pair it, probably your shoe, your bag is another color entirely. Black is okay. For me, black is very good. It brings out the power, the strength in you as a person. So that's all I say about black.
Me, because I began to feel really bad when people started saying and complaining that I wear black too much. But you have just cleared it air for me, so this is what I will tell them. And to tell you the truth, like you said, when I wear black, I feel slim. I look at myself being very slim. I look at myself being pretty. Trust me. Thank you for clearing that air. But anyway, yes, Jane is here eating. She has questions for you. Jane, please go ahead.
Yes, Rhoda, hi. Okay, yes. So I want to ask you, Rhoda, you fashion designers are always coming up with new things every time, new styles and so on like that. So have you ever come across a client that asked for a dress, that just said, okay, Rhoda, make me a fine dress, something fantastic. And you as a fashion designer try to make something that is trending, probably a new style, and then after you make the delivery, the client was like, no, I cannot put on this, it's too short, it's too open. And so how did you try to convince such a client to adapt with what is trending?
One thing about me that I try to avoid in all things is to go by what everyone is going for. I try to separate myself from what is in vogue. It doesn't last. It does not last at all. What is in vogue today may not be in vogue tomorrow. So when you come to me as a fashion designer and say, this is what I want you to make for me, I try to maneuver a little bit so that it will not be that I'm copying somebody totally. But if that is what you want, no problems, I'll make it for you. But if you want me to do my own job properly, I'll blend it. I'll blend it. Somebody once told me that, do I have native art? I was like, what I'm putting on is native. Now, is this not Ankara? He said, all your dresses, you make them like as if you're going to an office to work or stuff. I don't have to make Iran Buba to make it Iran Buba. There are many ways to sew Iran Buba. People will not even tag it as Iran Buba. Something will be different there. So that's what I can say the creativity is all about when it comes to fashion design. And don't copy something you're seeing online totally. At least let there be a little shift. Let there be a little difference so that yours can be different totally. That is it.
Yeah, I need to get your contact address so that I can come, because you're just sweeping me off my feet. But to round off from the fashion design part of your life, because you're everything, really. Rounding off from the fashion and design part of your life, I'm just going to ask one question there. Have you dressed any of the celebrities in Nigeria?
Have I?
Have you been able to dress any of these celebrities in Nigeria? The comedians, the actresses, you know? No. No. Okay. To the catering and baking part of your life. Anyways, before I even ask you a question on that, how do you combine everything? How do you go about it? Because I'm just wondering, each time I open your profile, I like, how is she doing it? Do you have other hands apart from the two hands that God has given us? Are your hands more than two? Just two? I need to be sure. I told you I need to come check you properly. So, but how do you combine being a caterer, a baker, a fashion designer, a tech person, all of this put together? How do you combine them?
A caterer and a baker, I have people that are working for me. This is something that I cannot do all by myself. I have trained a lot of people and I'm still training people. So if there is any job that I cannot do alone, I invite people to come. Okay, for example, this year, January, we had a lot, in fact, since December last year to January this year, we had a lot of jobs. At the time, I was afraid. I was like, finally, they will arrest me. But I had to call on people to come and work. I had to call on people to come and work. And I paid them, even those that are not trained caterer. I employed them in January. I taught them what to do. And they did it and they got paid. And I made my money. They made their own money too. So that is it. And then how I blend too. Catering job, like I said, you don't do it alone. So I assign people to do it. Then I supervise. So also tailoring is not something that you can do alone. That is why people that are bosses, if you're not training people under you, you are doing yourself. Because a day will come, you have plenty jobs and you'll be the one to face it alone. So once you come register with me that you want me to train you, I ensure that I train you properly because you'll be useful for me too. So that's what I do. And the tech work, let me quickly chip in this one. The tech work, their time is quite different from ours. If you're working as a tech person, like a virtual assistant online, the time you work for them is quite different from ours. So their nights will be our own money. You understand how another country's time, as in US, let me say United States of America, how their time works with us. So working as a tech person is very easy. And since the time is different, I can as well do all. So let me just say it like that.
And from you, trust me. But you said something that I just picked now. You said something, once you're a boss, it is very important and necessary to train people that are under you. And it is beautiful to work as a team. And that has been working out for you. Yes, I hope people out there that are bosses are going to learn from you, really, because if you work as a team and you train people under you, it makes the job easy for everybody. But anyways, baking. Did you go to the school of baking or whatever to learn how to bake, or it was just a natural thing?
No. Actually, when I was in secondary school, my mom was the one cooking for our school at the time. There was a family challenge, and she had to start cooking so that she could feed us as children. So I learned from her, because even the teachers in our school, they prefer our own food than that of the second person. So I learned from home. Let me say the thing started from home. It started from home. But when I finished the university that time too, I went into the catering school. And even this July, I'm going for my own upgrade, which I've already registered, to learn more about cooking and baking and catering. And I've already paid. So all through July, that's what I'll be doing all through this July. So that's nice.
Start all your profiles from. So you're still going back to school to learn more on catering and baking. But anyways, okay. Go ahead.
I have a question. You know what? I was wondering, like, you already have a lot, and yet you are still going higher and higher. Like, have you ever felt maybe at a period of time you were like, should I give up? Is this getting too much? Like, how were you able to give this motivation, to get this motivation together to keep striving and keep pushing?
I can hear you.
I said, how did you manage to put all this together, even though you've achieved a lot, and yet you've never felt at the time like this is getting too much, I need to, should I put this down, should I put this down, and yet you're still trying to put everything together?
Let me borrow the word of that man that says proper planning brings poor performance. I'm the kind of person that planned my life and I planned myself with the help of God and with the help of the Holy Spirit. That is why I have less friends, so that I won't be distracted. And I'm not a party person. It's only my job that takes me to party. Come and cater for us. That's what takes me to party mostly. So anytime that I make use of it. I am very, very stingy with my time. I don't just play. So I make use of my time wisely. So any avenue that I have, I put it to learning. Let me learn something. Let me know this one. Let me know this. So that's it.
I asked a beautiful question. The question was, is there any time you thought that, okay, these things you're doing are too much, they could become stress for you, you want to drop any part of it? But anyway, you have just answered us that no, you have never thought of that.
They look much if you're staying in Huma, but they are not much. I once said it earlier that I delegate jobs for people to do for me. So I never thought this work is too much. And anytime if I'm not learning, I'm resting. So I never thought of, let me drop this one to face this one. As soon as I come back from my training in July, I've already said it, August, I want to upgrade in tailoring. So
Want to do what?
I'm okay.
We didn't hear you. What do you want to do in August?
I want to upgrade my tailoring skill.
Is that what it means? You want to go back to school to learn more on sewing?
Yes. Yes.
Rhoda, you're one person I want to have in my space. No, stop laughing. I'm not joking about it. You're one woman I want to have in my space. That will help me push too and do, other things, because you're saying it as if it is very easy. Other women out there are listening and they're wondering, is this woman 2 or 3? or she's just this one person we are seeing. But anyways, let's move on with our questions. For this baking, I'm so interested in baking. Have you started baking for commercial uses? Maybe someone getting married and asked you to bake their wedding cakes. And what challenges have you faced? Have you faced any challenges while you were doing that? Or has it been all smooth since when you started baking?
Yes, commercially I bake for people. The next shop is my baking studio. The next shop to this one is my baking studio. And yes, I bake wedding cakes. Like presently now, I have wedding cakes for this month. I'm going to be baking for this month. We have already paid 2 people already for their weddings. So, just for commercial purpose too.
Okay, the second part of the question is, have you ever faced challenges while you were baking? Sometimes as you have set the cake and then it just collapsed or something. Have you ever faced such challenges, or it has all been smooth all the way?
Only one. When I nearly rented this shop, and somebody brought the son's 18th year's birthday cake. I was in a hurry because I was so happy that I just rented the shop and somebody wants me to bake cake for him. So I started the cake in the evening, thinking I was going to finish it. 2 tiers cake, thinking I was going to finish it that day. But at the end of the day, I messed up the cake. I messed up that cake. It wasn't easy the way I thought it was going to be. It wasn't easy. So I think that was the only time I had any challenge with cake. Let me start anything to do with it. That was the only time.
It's been an amazing time with you, trust me. Yes. I wouldn't have want this program to stop because I have a lot of questions to ask you. But I'm just asking, when we ask you to come back, will you want to come back for the show?
Sure, definitely. I want to come back.
Thank you so much for joining us. But, did you enjoy the program with us?
Oh, 100%. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
For having us, and thank you so much. To tell you the truth, we are going to call you back again because we have a lot of questions for you on different parts of your life, because you are everything, almost everything. So we're going to call you back for this show. But before I say my goodbyes, we need your top. How do we get it? If we have to reach out to you on your social media handle, what's your social media handle?
On social media, my catering catering handle is Babcom Event Company. That's the name I gave to you. My profile, Babcom Event Company. And then for the millenary, because you guys didn't even say anything about my millenary testing. I make fascinators, turbans, and everything. So that one is.
We do not have the time anymore.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you. An amazing time with you, and we have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Stay blessed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, back to the studio.
It's been an amazing time with Rhoda.
Rhoda is everything, and we didn't really mention everything that she is. So we are hoping to have her back on this show. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Jane, what did you learn from her?
Oh, I just want to be everything like Rhoda. I'm thinking about my life right now.
Are you sure you're strong enough to be like her?
I have to be strong.
Okay. I want to be like Rhoda, really, because she's everything. Yes. But anyway, thank you so much, Rhoda, for being with us today. Jane, it's the end of the program.
Yeah,
so
wrap on today's Women's Corner. And yes, we have to prepare for the buzz by 12. You have to be there to enjoy the program with us. Once again, my name is Janet Alawfin.
Yes, like Jane said, we'll be back with you for the buzz by 12 p.m. My name is Patricia Uremu Gabriels. See you soon.